Imagination is one such tool that every human being possesses. This tool lets us overcome our limitations and achieve whatever we want. It is a tool that we can use consciously. Apart from humans, no other mortal creature has access to imagination. We plan for the future because of our imagination. But why are we talking about imagination today? It is, after all, one of the most important aspects of manifesting our desires. Neville Goddard claimed that imagination creates our reality. In his book Awakened Imagination, Neville Goddard says, "Through imagination, we disarm and transform the violence of the world. Our most intimate as well as our most casual relationship become imaginative, as we awaken to the mystery hid from the ages, that Christ in us is our imagination. We then realize that only as we live by imagination can we truly be said to live at all." You are imagining many things throughout the day. They range from a cute puppy to the most horrifying creature imaginable. You imagine yourself to be something other than what you are right now. It is like painting a canvas with different colors and patterns throughout the day. You fill the canvas of your mind with some pictures. Like an artist, you are painting them. These paintings of yours are materializing in your reality. Many things happen to me. Like yesterday, I was just hearing a song in my imagination on loop. After a few minutes, I got the idea of watering the plants, and I went into my balcony to do so. When I was doing so, a car was passing by my home. Its windows were down, and the same line of the same song was playing loudly from its speaker. The sound I imagined a few moments ago materialized in my physical experience. Just like this, many things happen throughout the day. Sometimes I recognize them, sometimes I don't. This all leads me to the one core teaching of Neville Goddard, which is, imagining creates our reality. We all imagine something. Imagination is one such thing that we can do consciously as well as unconsciously. As with breathing, an unconscious activity that can become conscious, the same happens with imagination. When we become too involved with the external evidence, it becomes an unconscious activity. This unconscious activity results in similar future events. We will manifest similar things in the near future. This goes on in a loop. But when we wish to manifest something different, then we have to use our imagination consciously. Using our imagination consciously is just like breaking the cage in which we had put ourselves earlier. Just try it. Use your imagination today. Imagine something or someone that you haven't seen in a while. Imagine that person, talk to them in your mind's eye, touch them, hear their voice. Recently, I was checking a friend's profile who was not in my friend list on Instagram. We used to be school friends, but then I changed schools. Later, we got connected through social media and used to hang out a lot in the years 2016 through 2018. Then we stopped talking. I don't even remember the last time that I saw her. Now, after like 5 years, her profile popped up in my suggestions, and I was looking at her. I talked to a common friend who knows her. A few days later, I was leaving a shop in a market. I was walking, and boom, she came in front of my face, walking in the opposite direction with her mother. I didn't stop her but let her walk. I was astounded by how imagination works. I hadn't had any information in the last 5 years. But now that I checked her profile and discussed it with a friend, she appeared out of nowhere. It was a shocking moment. Just like this, there was a girl at my last gym who used to constantly check me out, but we never spoke. She is an Instagram influencer, so I checked her profile too. Days later, I saw my neighbor friends hanging out with her. I met a neighbor friend and asked about her, to which he replied that they had met and were now attending some events together. I know these stories don't mean much to you. Some of you who are new to the law will call it a coincidence, but it is not. In my experience, what I imagined or thought about for a certain period of time appeared in my reality. I haven't had the slightest bit of information about a friend in the last 5 years. If I can physically experience them by simply checking their profile and talking about them, I can do anything with the conscious use of my imagination. The whole motive of this video is to show you how your imagination creates your reality. The only thing that is asked of you is to feel the feeling of already having your desire. To feel satisfied in your imagination in the present moment. Nothing else is required from you. Rest, everything is taken care of. Your imagination is the tool, the means by which you are freed from slavery, sickness, and poverty. If you refuse to assume the responsibility of the incarnation of a new and higher concept of yourself, then you reject the means, the only means, whereby your redemption, that is, the attainment of your ideal, can be effected. Imagination is the only redemptive power in the universe. With this, I hope you learned something wonderful today. Subscribe because I post these videos regularly. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.